Warzone in Season 3 on Verdansk is a huge amount of fun. Like, I've been having the best time I've had with Warzone for a long time. But there is still something missing. We don't have any proper Easter eggs. Now, we know from the blog posts that they've put up that there are going to be some secrets to find, and it sounds like there's going to be a mixture of the old Easter eggs, so maybe the bunkers reopening, along with some new ones, some new things that have been cooked up by Raven and High Moon Studios and Beanox. Today I just wanted to make a short video because I think I found something that looks like it could be key to the next big Easter egg. It's something that's been added to the map that we haven't seen before, and I can easily see how it could be used in a future Easter egg. So I kind of need to keep an eye on it. Dotted around the map in plenty of buildings, here I'm in Bank in downtown, there's these little keypads. You can see one just to the left of the door here. And they have 4 lights lit up on them, they're all in red. And right now you can't interact with them. And it's not like, oh, there's 1 or 2 of these dotted around the map, which would make it super interesting. Instead, there's actually a bunch. Like I said, there's loads in Bank. I think there's some in Hospital. There's a few different buildings where you can see a few of these different keypads. Now, this one is particularly interesting on the roof of Bank, that from the outside, it's not lit up at all. And I haven't seen hardly any other ones like this that aren't lit up. This is particularly interesting because it tells me the lights can turn off and on. So you can see here, this one's got all 4 red lights on. Some of them seem to glow more than others. Some of them actually emit light out that will like reflect off your gun and stuff like that. Some of them don't at all. But the fact that these red lights can turn off and on makes me think that they might be used for something where we need to see maybe an order. So you can imagine you need to find a bunch of these where the first one will have just the first light lit up red, and then the next one will have the second one, the third one will have the third one, the fourth one will have the fourth one. Then when you press all 4, something happens. Or it could be some kind of status notification that like, hey, you've done the first step of the Easter egg, then the first light comes on, or the first one goes green or something like that, and so on. Maybe. Now, like I said, these ones in Bank I don't think are anything special. Like, there's a bunch of them dotted all around. That one glows more than the others for some reason. I don't think these particular ones are interesting because they're all connected to fake doors here or doors that are just already easy to open. But I wouldn't be surprised if this asset is something that's going to get used in the Easter eggs. It just seems so perfect. Like, it doesn't look like something that you'd find in the real world because there's so little information on it. There's like 4 red lights and there's like a little locked or unlocked symbol, and it looks like a sort of big panel that you could maybe interact with. And there's even a few different locations around the map that I've been able to find these where it looks like they're just kind of plastered over the top of existing things like light switches and stuff like that. So I think it's something that's been added with this version of Verdansk for some reason. And maybe, you know, just put around to make sure they don't glitch out or anything. Maybe just used as a new bit of set dressing. It feels weird that there's so many of them about. Like, there's absolutely tons. There's more on this building here. One thing that would completely destroy my theory that it's connected to a future Easter egg is if people can find footage of them in the original Verdansk. Like, if this is actually something that's been in Verdansk since the beginning and just all of us had completely forgotten about it. That would be super interesting to know. Then I'd stop paying attention to them. But as far as I can tell, this is a new asset that looks as if it's specifically designed for use in an Easter egg step that they have just put in lots of different locations on the map. So, what's next in terms of searching for an Easter egg? I often hear people saying like, oh, how do you solve Easter eggs so fast? How do you find them? You must have help from the developers. No, I mean, this is the process really, that we spot something like this that looks new, it looks like it could be related to an Easter egg. And now there's a bit of a process of, okay, can we find any that are in odd places? Like if we could find one near a bunker door, or we could find one maybe near the vault in the bank, maybe somewhere like that that we think maybe at some point we'll be able to open it up. And then when the next update comes, so the next update being Season 3 Reloaded, where we're expecting to have some Easter eggs in the game, I'm going to be looking especially closely at these and looking out for any, particularly any that don't have all 4 red lights on, or maybe, you know, one of the lights is green or something like that. That would be super interesting. So as always, you can help out if you've spotted any of these in particularly interesting places. Like I said, I've seen them in a few of these random like office buildings. I've seen them at the bank. I think I've seen them at the hospital. If anyone's found one near a door that looks suspicious, like it might open up at some point, that would be super interesting. If anyone's seen one with a different pattern of lights rather than all 4 lights off or all 4 lights red, that would be super interesting. And of course, always let me know if you find anything else that you think might be connected to Easter eggs. There's a bunch of stuff in the game at the moment that's kind of a little visual reference to something else, but nothing that we can interact with, nothing that we can really do in terms of an Easter egg yet. I am fully expecting that to change with Season 3 Reloaded. I know one of the developers from High Moon Studios was kind of teasing the other day that there's some kind of Easter egg coming. So I'm really excited about that. And as soon as we find anything, you'll be able to see it right here on the channel. So make sure you subscribe, turn your notifications on, leave a like if you enjoy these kind of little Easter egg hunting update videos. And I'll see you for the next one. Goodbye.